Look, the world is way too loud. Most people think they're going to the garage to fix a machine, but the reality is they're actually running away from the noise. You know that feeling when you shut the heavy steel door and the sound of traffic, the pings on your phone, and the weight of your boss's voice just vanish? It's not just about wrenches and oil. A silent garage at 2000 am is the only place left on Earth where your brain finally stops screaming for attention. It's about survival. You felt it before that weird cold stillness when you're leaning over an open engine block. Most people just see a hunk of rusted iron and greasy gaskets, but you see a map. It's a map of someone's labor, someone's design, and someone's eventual failure. Here's where it gets weird. Your hands start to see better than your eyes ever could. Think about the last time you tried to thread a nut onto a bolt you couldn't actually see. You didn't need your eyes. Your nervous system literally extended through your fingertips and into the metal itself. Scientists call this tactile sensitivity, but to us, it's just communication. You can feel a micro crack in a cylinder wall that's invisible to the human eye. You can sense a bearing that's just a fraction of a millimeter off center. You're not just a guy with a tool anymore. You're a surgeon performing a high-stakes operation on a heart made of cold, unyielding steel. And in that moment, the rest of the world, the bills, the broken relationships, the crushing anxiety of the future, it just evaporates. The engine doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care if you're tired or if you're having a bad day. It only cares about the truth of physics. If you give it the right pressure, it rewards you. If you lie to it, it breaks. In a world full of fake people and digital lies, the engine is the only thing that's 100% honest with you. That honesty is addictive. It's the only drug that actually clears your head. But this mastery over machines is actually a mask for something much deeper. It's a mastery over the self. The world wants you loud, distracted, and easy to control. It wants you scrolling through endless feeds until your brain turns into mush. But the moment you pick up a wrench in total silence, you become dangerous. You start to think for yourself again. Here's the thing. Metals have memory, just like we do. They remember every time they were overheated by a careless driver. They remember every strain, every moment they were pushed past their limit, and every second they spent neglected in the rain. When you're cleaning a piston, you're essentially scrubbing away the trauma of that machine's past. It makes you wonder about your own metal memory. How many times have you been pushed past your breaking point? How much sludge has built up in your own gears because you didn't take the time to maintain your own mind? In the silence of the garage, those memories start to speak to the person holding the light. You realize that fixing a stripped bolt is exactly like fixing a broken habit in your own life. It takes patience. You need the exact right amount of pressure, not too much, or you'll snap it, not too little, or it won't hold. You need the guts to admit you messed up and start over. Most people can't handle that kind of silence. They need a radio playing or a podcast running because the silence forces them to look at themselves, but not you. You've crossed the bridge of no return. You've realized that the struggle with the machine is actually a conversation with your own soul. The deeper you go into the engine, the deeper you go into your own psyche. Now, the reason a man stays in that garage until 400 am isn't just about the machine. It's because the silence outside is too loud to handle. We think the world is normal, and the garage is weird, but it's the other way around. The garage is the only place that actually makes sense. As the engine regains its compression, your mind regains its purpose. But what happens when the job is done and the silence returns? You're standing there, covered in grease, smelling like gasoline and old sweat. You look down at your hands and you realize something profound. The same laws of physics that spin the planets in their orbits are now spinning the crankshaft under your hands. The universe works on timing. If a planet is out of sync, the system collapses. If a valve is out of sync, the engine dies. For a moment, you aren't just a mechanic. You're a conductor of an industrial orchestra. You are aligning yourself with the fundamental laws of the cosmos. People talk about meditation and finding yourself on a mountaintop. Those people have never felt the weight of a torque wrench clicking at exactly 80 foot-pounds. That click is a spiritual experience. It's the sound of chaos turning into order. That first spark, it isn't just combustion. It's a heartbeat that you created out of dead, forgotten iron. When that engine fires for the first time after months of silence, it's not just a machine waking up. It's a part of you waking up. It's the realization that you have the power to bring something back from the dead. The engine is running now. The idle is smooth. The tools are back in their shadow boards. But the silence has changed. It's no longer the silence of emptiness. It's the silence of completion. You walk out of that garage, but the garage never leaves you. The reality is, most people are just walking around with unbalanced engines. They're vibrating with stress, their timing is off, and they're burning through their fuel without ever getting anywhere. You look at the chaos of the streets now, and you see it for what it truly is, a machine that has lost its way. You see people screaming at each other in traffic, and you realize they just need a tune-up. They need to sit in the dark for a while and listen to their own valves. Here's where the master's secret comes in. The true master doesn't just fix things that are already broken. He listens to what is yet to break. He anticipates the failure before it happens. He moves with a frequency that the rest of the world can't even hear. By the way, this isn't just about cars or bikes or tractors. It's about the architecture of your life. Every choice you make is a bolt you're tightening. Every habit you keep is a fluid you're changing. If you ignore the maintenance, the breakdown is inevitable. But if you learn to love the silence, you learn to hear the warning signs before the smoke starts pouring out of the hood. In that final silence, before you flip the light switch and head back into the real world, you find the answer to a question the world hasn't even asked yet. You realize that you weren't actually repairing a mechanical object. You were repairing the connection between your mind and the physical world. Look at your hands one last time. They're stained, they're scarred, and they're tired. But they're also the only things that kept you grounded when the world tried to sweep you away. You're ready to face the noise again, not because the noise stopped, but because your internal engine is finally balanced. Because in the end, you weren't fixing the engine. The engine was fixing you.